ones now like Scrum Master or Werewolf Wrangler is probably a position at the park. And then I wonder what you could call some different things at the hospitals. But generally I break down, I'm like, I was a wilderness CMT. I can't call the positions at the hospital anything but what they are. It's totally in my brain. I can't even say recovery room. I have to say PACU. So at the hospital, you have some wonderful positions. You have your administrators, nurse practitioners, you have proctologists, podiatrists, neurosurgeons, pediatricians, neurosurgeons, my favorite. And then there was a new position that's creeped up lately called professional hospital patient. And that is my occupation that I put on my form. I was a professional hospital patient, you know, most of the part through my 20s. And recently I found myself doing it again. In fact, I'm not entirely sure I don't have a repetitive motion injury from all the release forms I've had to sign for 13 surgeries, 3 this year alone. When I'm in the hospital, even though I'm a professional, my professional business really is a professional getting out of the hospital patient. I am like the geezer in Monty Python and the Holy Grail, who is in a plague village and they're trying to throw him on the dead cot and I'm bringing him out and he's on the shoulder. He's like, I've got one for you. I'm not dead yet. Oh, he'll be dead in nearly a minute. I'm not dead yet. I'm feeling much better. I think I'll go for a walk. I feel happy. I don't want to go on the cot, which is how I feel. Trying to get me into a car to go to the hospital is kind of like trying to get the cat into a crate. But once I'm there, I'm pretty much a professional at getting out of that place. And so listen, I have a very serious message to share with you today on how to get out of there. It's not a good place. I've been thinking lately about all the comparisons really that I've found between being in the hospital and being in prison. First, it starts off that when they get you there, they strip you naked and they check out various orifices, make you pee in a cup if you're still menstruating, or you want a pregnant woman to have surgery. And then the uniforms are similar in that they're baggy and kind of flat. One thing I can say about the hospital uniforms, though, is at least they're not orange. Whoever said orange is the new black was seriously deluded. Then there's other ways that they have to torture you. The other part of the uniform that's absolutely necessary is the necessary surgery socks. Now 50% more idiot-proof. It used to be that the treads were just on one end instead on the other end. I don't like these. Sometimes I don't wear them. I also find it strange that in the hospital, you don't just have to ask for permission to pee, but you have to have supervision. Now sometimes I think, you know, my mother especially, she recently acted like a teenager and got appendicitis. And she decided when she was in the ER that she didn't want to bother the busy staff. And she was not wearing part of her uniform. Took her IV bag and stealthily went over and peed out at least a gallon of radioactive fluid from her previous CT scan. Went back and found a patient care tech waiting for her, pointing at the sign, "Call, don't fall." The fact is, everybody in the hospital that works there, they're rooting for you. They want you to get out of there. So whatever you need to do to walk, because if you're going to get out of bed, you got to have treads. Even if you're going to make that 5-foot trek to the bathroom, you've got to have something wonderful on your feet. So whatever motivates you, I always like to get new cute little slippers. Oh, you think they're cute little bunnies, don't you? Ah, that's what Tim the Enchanter told everybody. sees me going down the hall laugh. And if somebody has laughed that day, then I have definitely done my job. Also, they're scary. And when germs fear me, I don't want any more surgical infections. So you get out and you go for a walk. You get out of your room and you walk as much as possible because you want to walk out that hospital door. And so you start out like this at first, but then you realize things are starting to loosen up. Oh, wow. And you find that pretty soon. You can go a little faster. And I was surprised to find that I had a 30% reduction in my pain from one walk. I'm telling you, walking is better than morphine. They hand you all the morphine that you want, but they can't get their patients who are asking for the morphine out of the bed. Fact is, the more you walk, the less pain you have. The more you walk, the more you heal. And you want to get out of that place. I have this fantasy that everyone in this room learns to walk. That every patient in the hospital walks. So that they can all say, I'm not dead yet. I'm feeling much better. I think I'll go for a walk. And even like Spam Live, everybody gets off the dead cart and starts singing, I'm not yet dead. I can dance and I can sing. I am not yet dead. I can do the whole thing. I am not yet dead. No need to go to bed. I am not